right, so I know a lot of you guys are very, very upset that Star-Lord got chosen to be the tier 3 character this month. Let me get that out the way right away. Okay, I know you guys are upset, and I definitely understand. I feel the exact same way. We did not need another Blast tier 3. To be honest with you, we don't need any tier 3s for a good long time until they actually implement content in the game that require that level of power. But I understand where all of you guys are coming from. We needed a universal tier 3, even another combat or speed tier 3 before we needed a blast one. However, one thing that nobody can deny is the fact that Star-Lord has never been the greatest character in Marvel Future Fight. And it took 3 different uniforms for him to finally get to a place where he was playable. And this uniform adds on to that. It actually finally makes him a borderline great character in the eyes of a select few that can look past their rage, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to, yeah, the whole tier 3 situation. So what I'm going to do today is give you guys a small sample size of how Star-Lord is now performing in this new grounded Guardians of the Galaxy Epic Quest uniform. It's a mouthful. So as you can see, I got the uniform to Mythic just because I have the resources on hand. And I know somewhere out there, you know, amidst all the people who are very, very angry about the tier 3 and the state of the game and all that, there's at least one person who really, really likes Star-Lord. They may just actually have come to Marvel Future Fight because they like him so much. So, or, you know what I'm saying, he's their favorite character and they came to the game, found out he's in the game, and now that he's finally a borderline great character, right? They're, you know what I'm saying, feeling some type of way that nobody's showing their character any kind of love. So I wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying, get away from all the drama and everything that's going on, right? Not saying I'm overlooking all of it, obviously not, right? But I wanted to just do a small showcase for Star-Lord here. So haven't really changed too much about the character based on how I had him built before the update. Basically, what I've started doing right now is just slowly awakening his ISO, because at some point I'm gonna tier 3 him, whether it's like this week, next week, or next month, right? At some point I'm gonna end up tier 3 him, so I'm just slowly awakening the ISOs. I'm toying with the idea of slotting a CTP of energy here to see how he performs with it. But before I do that, I figured I'd just go ahead and keep him with the build that myself and many of you guys may actually have him with, because before, I don't think anybody was giving a CTP to Star-Lord unless they were just a super die-hard fan. But in this new uniform, I think he actually will perform quite well with a CTP of Rage. So at some point, just for curiosity's sake, I may actually slot one on him, but I think he will actually do really well with something like this, right? Because with my build right now, his stats are actually in a really good place. Look at how much ignore dodge this man has. So even though he's a blast type, because he has such high ignore dodge, he can actually do really, really well against Corvus Glaive, simply because of the fact that you don't need to put any ignore dodge strikers with him if you are running the right team composition. Especially if you take a look at his ability page, he's actually rocking the Weapon Master tag. That's very important, because if you put him alongside, let me go here to the combat category really quickly. If you put him alongside Taskmaster, he will actually get 20% ignore dodge from Taskmaster's passive. So with my build, I'm up to 92%. So there's no reason for me to actually run any ignore dodge strikers, as you are going to see, because we are going to test them slightly against Corvus Glaive. The only bad thing about putting him with Taskmaster, well, additionally, right, if you have Taskmaster in this uniform, you get the double dip, because you get 40% increased damage to superhero and supervillain, plus you get his a part of his tier 2 passive. You get the ignore dodge to 20%. You don't get the guaranteed crit because Star-Lord actually has 30%. However, his bonus damage and skill damage will actually improve Star-Lord. So you don't get everything that Taskmaster has to offer, but you do get quite a bit. So if you didn't have that uniform for Taskmaster, you probably should. So you can see, right, it doesn't stack, okay? Guaranteed crit, guaranteed dodge, none of that stuff actually stacks. It's just whichever one is the higher value, that's the one that the game is going to take. So right here, the guaranteed crit being 30%, that's what we're going to have even if we have Taskmaster on the team. You can see we have the increased skill damage and bonus damage. We have 15% for the skill damage. We're going to take, 20% from Taskmaster, and we have 20% bonus damage. So you can see we're just going to take the highest value of whatever team composition that we put together, okay? So it does not stack. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into some gameplay. I'm going to try them out with a CTP of energy at a later date. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. But for now, that's how we rocking. So let's jump in and see what Star-Lord can do for us now in this new uniform. We're going to try and see if he can cut through a stage 65. And the reason why we're going here is because I did check out my man Richie Rich, aka Richard Ryder, aka the Nova Prime, right? And I want to see how Star-Lord does by comparison. I'm running Scarlet Witch here just for the mind control. And that might not be the greatest thing, because in case you did not know, because you decided not to buy the uniform for Star-Lord, he actually has defense down right here. It's 40%, right? So that might interfere, like Scarlet Witch being on the team might interfere with that. But honestly, the majority of his damage comes from the 5 and the 4, and I don't really rely on the defense down all that much. So yeah, I could easily replace Scarlet Witch for Rachel, but I'm not going to do it. So it is what it is. Now, this might be reaching a whole lot, all right? Because I'm going to be honest with you. He's not Richard Ryder. He doesn't have all those buffs, all right? But I just wanted to see if he could actually pull it off, since he doesn't need any strikers giving him ignore dodge, and we can just go all damage. Eventually, the mind control is just going to wear off, and we're going to get nothing out of it. But I just want to see, like, the first little bit here, it looks pretty good. Yeah, the first little bit here looks pretty good. We're not going to run all of this because I don't want to keep you guys too long, and I do want to check him out against Cull as well. So, come on. I did not want the 5th skill to take the entirety of the proc there, but we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. It's pretty cool that his team up is the 5th, sorry, not the 5th, is the 4th, because that gives him the immunity. The first minute here is going by fairly well, but I gotta be careful with him, because if he gets stabbed by Corvus, he might just die in one hit. Wow, ouch. I was trying to run around the fire. We're in the fire and the flames now, boys. Alright, so we're gonna go team up into 3, back into the 5, into the 4. It looks like he just could do it. Like, I feel like if I gave him a CTP of energy, it would definitely be possible. You can kind of see he's getting close. Usually, to be able to clear against this guy, you need to clear the first phase here, at least get him dead the first time. Oh, come on. In under 2 minutes. So Star-Lord is just shy of being able to do 65 at level 70. And he's incomplete, obviously, right? Ooh, wow, my gosh. To say that we're in the fire and the flames is not an understatement, boys. We are in it. And unfortunately, not to win it. So this is not currently possible with this build, because we took an extra 35, maybe 40 seconds to clear this phase right here. And also, he has no heal, so he's lost a lot of HP. But it's definitely a big improvement from what he had previously. Let me go try him against Cull Obsidian and see what he looks like. So for Cull, we're dropping down to a stage 50, because he's a different animal altogether. Again, some of you guys think stage 50 is nothing these days, which, again, I missed the memo on that. The blade twisters are in here. I hate these things. Scarlet Witch. Thank you, baby love. Oh, really? I thought I was gonna jump. That sucks. Delay on his 2 skill sucks. Whoever designed that delay and decided that the first part of the 2 skill was not gonna be an iframe, you suck. You actually suck. And I hope whenever you use Star-Lord, which you probably never do because y'all don't play this game, you just get killed every time you use it. Like, oh, look at this cool skill that I designed. And then immediately just gets bopped by a world boss or whatever on like stage 1. And then you just die. And then you're like, what? Why is this skill not going off? Why can I not see this cool animation that I designed for Star-Lord? Because you suck. And you didn't put an iframe at the beginning. Okay. I don't think he can do this. Unfortunately. So whoever said 50 is like super easy these days, I guess this means Star-Lord sucks. Or still sucks. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, my Star-Lord in the Infinity War uniform, after all this time, he definitely was not putting out this kind of damage. He definitely would not be able to do this. Like, so this is an improvement for me. I think with Rage or with Energy, obviously his damage would go up because of the chain hit. There's a lot of extra hits there. So he would definitely be a lot better. You'd be getting a lot more damage for sure. But I will say, you definitely will need to play him with Anti-Venom. Like, if you want to actually just one-shot your stages and not have to retry, I think Anti-Venom is a staple for him. Just as an insurance policy, right? Because it would feel really bad to get, like, I don't know, down to like 1 bar and just have him drop dead on you, right? So just as an insurance policy, this probably would be better to just go a few levels lower than this, maybe like a 45 if you have a similar build, and then just drop Anti-Venom in there in one of the striker slots. So yeah, he's definitely improved for me at the very least, but some of you guys probably won't be too impressed with that. So it's completely up to you if you want to buy the uniform or not. I'm going to invest more into him to see if I can get more out of him on a more like reliable level. So you guys hit me in the comments, let me know what you guys feel about this first look at Star-Lord in this uniform. Do you guys think it's good enough? Do you think it's an improvement? If you don't think it's an improvement, let me know why. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.